Hi, this is Janine again, and I am excited to be here. I am going to be here every Thursday around 2 o'clock. If you catch me live, I appreciate you. If not, put replay down in the comments for me so I know that you saw my broadcast. I had a rough night last night. We got a new puppy, and my new puppy kept me up all night. So I am going to get through this the best that I can. Isn't he a little cutie patootie? He's very cute, but he kept me up all night last night. His name is Milo, for those of you that are interested in his name. So we are here where today I'm going to be talking about original Medicare and the costs that may be associated for you if you lose your Medicaid. Again, Medicaid recertification is starting on April the 1st. People here in Michigan will lose coverage as of July the 1st. And today we're going to just go over some of the general costs that you may have if you lose coverage. And then we have a schedule here of other things that we will talk about as time goes on, and we'll continue to update the schedule. So let's just begin. Um, if you had Medicaid coverage, the majority of your costs and cost sharing were actually covered by Medicaid. So original Medicare doesn't cover certain things. So I'm going to quickly go over with you some of the things that original Medicare doesn't cover, such that if you are if you lose your Medicaid, you may be responsible for these particular costs. So the first thing that I want to bring to your attention is the fact that if you have not paid into the system, Part A, which is hospitalization, can be up to $506 a month. Most people will not have to pay that because in some way they have paid into the system. But your Part B premium is something that you will have to pay. That is $164.90 per month. That is for doctors, surgeons, labs, durable medical equipment. All of those things fall under your Part B, and you would be responsible for that $164.90 if you lose your Medicaid. So that's why it's so important that you do what you can do so that you don't lose that Medicaid. Because if you lose that Medicaid, um, it's really going to cost you a lot, unfortunately. So Part A, a lot of times we hear that Medicare is going to cover 20%. That is not necessarily true for Part A. For Part A, there is a different structure that happens. When you're in the hospital, you have what's called a benefit period. A benefit period is 60 days. So it's 60 days after you either get out of the hospital or you get out of a skilled nursing facility, and then another benefit period can happen. So you can have up to 6 benefit periods per year just based on what happens. And each time you go into the hospital and it is a new benefit period, it is a $1,600 copay that you are responsible for days 1 through 60. Days 61 to 90 is $400 per day, and days 91 to 150 is $800 per day. The thing about original Medicare is that there is not a maximum out of pocket. So these costs just continue to go up and up and up, and there is no maximum out of pocket or a stop loss or a place where Medicare says, okay, you don't have to pay anymore. That does not exist in original Medicare. So if you're in the hospital, these are the things that you would have to pay if you lose your Medicaid. Um, for the Part B, which is the doctors and things like that, doctors, durable medical equipment, labs, tests, all of those things fall under Part B. For Part B, if you lose your Medicaid coverage, your annual deductible for that is $226. That means that you're responsible for the first $226. Once you've met that deductible, then you're responsible for the 20% for most of your medical services. So Medicare is going to cover the 80%, you're going to cover the 20%, unless it's outpatient mental health. If it's outpatient mental health, then you're going to cover 35%, Medicare is going to cover 65%. And again, there is no out-of-pocket maximum for these. So you Medicaid again is going to be doing their recertification. You don't want to get caught in a place where you just have original Medicare and you don't have anything else that's going to help you with some of these other charges if something were to happen. So make sure, again, that you are checking your mail to make sure that if you have, you get something from DHS, Department of Human Services, that you are filling it out so that you don't lose your coverage. And then also, if you do lose your coverage, say you fill it out and you're not eligible for Medicaid any longer, you do have other options. And we'll be discussing some of those as we go on a little further. Next week at 2:00, we are actually going to be, I'm going to do a quick rundown of the difference between an Advantage plan and a supplement plan. So those are ways that you can get help with Medicare if you don't have the Medicaid. So I would love to have you join me at that point. If you have any questions or anything, you can leave them down in the comment place, or you can email me by getting on my website at lifestylesafety.com/contact, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions for you. I know that I went over this information kind of quickly, but I'm trying to keep these little teachings, if you will, pretty quick and to the point. So if you have any questions, if there's anything that I can do, please don't hesitate to reach out. I look forward to helping as many of you as I can. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.